my question is, when you are writing a song, what do you prefer to write first, the lyrics or the melody?
It can change. When I first started writing music, I started with the music and the melody first. And then I wanted to challenge myself to be as intentional as possible with my lyrics and trying to write poetry. It's tough to take a poem and just fit it into music. Sometimes it doesn't work, which is how I started just rapping instead. So anytime you hear something delivered in the style of a rap, it was probably the lyrics were first, but a lot of times most of the other songs all kind of started, whether it's on the piano with chords or a melody first, and then trying to find the lyric inside of that.
If someone has never listened to your music before, what non-radio song of yours would you show them to get them interested?
Non-radio, you mean like not a single one?
Like not a single.
Like our less popular songs.
Yep.
So which song of yours that sucks would you show them?
So you're saying that because they've probably heard the ones on the radio and not liked it?
Yeah.
I think I'd probably go Ode to Sleep, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Off of the new record, maybe a song like Morph is something I'm really proud of, and obviously it's not good enough for your standards, so.
Hey guys.
Hey.
So I was just wondering, how did the idea for Ned come about?
Sometimes it's hard to explain where things come from. Sometimes I'll just walk around in my backyard until something hits me, and yeah, Ned's I don't know. I've always had a relationship with I think we all do, a relationship with our creativity or what it is that we are passionate about. And a lot of times that relationship is complicated. There's a tension to it. It's not all positive. It's not all good. I do think that it's interesting how it feels like all musicians and artists, whenever they talk about music, it's always positive. They're always, I love music. I always love music. I grew up loving music. I continue to love music. Sometimes they even say like the love of the music is what keeps them doing what they're doing and all this stuff. And I don't know. I guess maybe for me it was, I don't know, liberating to admit that sometimes I don't like music. Sometimes I don't like what I'm creating. I don't like what I've made. I don't like what I'm currently making. And kind of having a love-hate relationship with that passion of mine. And I don't think that's something that you should be ashamed of. I don't think that's something that you should hide, because ultimately, when it does land, when you do create something that you're really proud of, when you're reminded of why you do what you do, it's that much sweeter because you've wrestled with it. And so the concept of Ned, kind of this character, as innocent as he may seem, kind of represents that struggle for me.
How did you come up with the idea of DEMA? Like everything, not everything, like just
everything.
Everything. I want all of it.
You want to
now,
know
right
everything
now.
right
3
now.
hours.
In this gym.
Yeah, in this gym. Perfect place. And do you think like a work published will ever come out of it, like a book or like a movie?
Man. Anytime we're asked that, we're always flattered that, there's enough there for anyone to think that that's a next step. That was never our intention. We don't have any plans of necessarily publishing something, whether it's a book or a movie or a show, right now. But the idea of being able to create something that has enough depth to it that people would want to dive further in is exciting. It's something that I definitely crave as a fan or a someone who enjoys other people's music. I think that I knew for this record, Trench, to further unveil the deeper story was important for our fans to follow us. Like, hey, as far as you want to go, we can go that far. Like, there's enough information and enough background. And ultimately, it was building a story where, in the same way that I was kind of not distracting myself, but building things that were representing real things in my life, in my psyche. It helped me understand them. It helped me learn how to cope with them, how to live with them. Because not everything is something to solve, but it's just something to manage. And for me, storytelling and songwriting was one way that I was able to do that. And I thought that if we could share that with the people who, listen to our music, it would at least give them an opportunity to join us in that and hopefully be inspired to create their own story, whether it's a part of the one that we've introduced or a brand new one. And so we're just happy that people have figured it out.